Zoom meeting access will be provided by the public only if remote attendance by a trustee under the Brown Act is approved by the board in items 2.3 or 4.4 of this agenda. Accordingly, the recommended action is that the Board of Trustees approves governing board members' requests for participation in the board meeting virtually, remotely, citing just clause, specifying the circumstances relating to the qualified reason, or two, approves governing board member remote attendance as a reasonable accommodation under ADA. Can I get a motion to approve?
Can we,
Oh, 2.12? Okay, I'm sorry. Darren, I've already screwed up. Okay, so I'm going to call the meeting to order at 3:30. Can I get a motion to approve the participation by Zoom?
so moved.
Have a second?
We're waiting for her. She's not on Zoom.
Okay, but we're approving the motion, right?
Can we do 2.2 roll call and then
She needs to be here. Can you try?
roll call?
So roll call. For the record, student trustee is not here at the moment. Trustee Aguilar is absent. Trustee Hinton is trying to join in remotely. And Vice President Davis is potentially going to be here for the 5:30 session. So Trustee Beggs? Here. Thank you. Trustee Garrett?
Here.
Trustee Nicolau? Here. And Board President Richards?
Here.
Quorum is established.
Okay, with that, I guess we have a closed session.
Go back.
2.3. Oh, very good,
We-
thank you,
We
Darren.
have to wait for her to be in, so. Mm-hmm.
You will be sent to the labor camp accordingly.
Kim has her on the line.
Graciela, where are the questions? Oh, I got you there earlier.
If you look at C.
Oh, I got it. Graciela, why don't I see the questions I have to ask her? I kind of remember them, but I want to
It's
get.
really, it's just if there's anyone else in the,
Is that all I have to ask?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, it's not on there.
So if you look at C,
Okay,
But she's not.
must publicly disclose whether any individual
okay.
18 or older. We'll just pause for a moment until she comes in.
Do we have any statements of conflict of interest? Seeing it. Do we have any public comments? Very good. So we have a closed session.
The board will adjourn to closed session to discuss items 3.1 through 3.5 listed in the July 8th regular board meeting closed session agenda. Their time of adjournment is 3:36.
Thank you. Let's start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Student trustee, would you lead?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A roll call, please.
Student trustee Rodriguez.
Here.
Trustee Beggs.
Also here.
Trustee Garrett.
Here?
Trustee Nicolau.
Here.
Vice President Davis.
Here.
Board President Richards.
Here.
For the record, Trustee Hinton is trying to join remotely, so if she pops up, I will let you know. And Trustee Aguilar is out ill.
Should I read 4.4 or should, no, okay.
We wait. Mhm.
Okay, we do not have a report out of closed session. 4.6, do we have any conflicts tonight? Seeing none. Any requests for change in order of business? Doesn't appear we have any. Okay, 4.8, this is the time we allow public comment. Is it 4 minutes? You're limited to 4 minutes? Is there any public comment? Okay, feel free to comment as we get to other stuff. Okay, let's go to the consent agenda. The recommended action is the Board of Trustees approve actions 5.3, 2.5.7. Does anyone want to pull anything or have any questions? Do we have a HR thing, Darren?
No, we do not, Mr. President.
Okay, could I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Student trustee?
Aye.
Please call the roll. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Okay, moving along. 6.1, that the Board of Trustees receives and approves the 2028 to 2032 YCC 5-year construction plan for submission to the California College Chancellor's Office in accordance with Board Policy 3600, capital construction. Is there any public comment on this? Trevor, anything you need to say? Okay, can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
And second,
Second.
student trustee?
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. 6.2, the recommended action is that the Board of Trustees approves YCCD Resolution Number 262701, correcting jurisdictional boundaries between Yosemite CCD and San Joaquin Delta College as attached to the July 8th agenda, and directs staff to file with the appropriate agencies. I should point out that the Acting Chancellor Tran has spoken with the San Joaquin Chancellor, so we seem to be okay. Is there any public comment on this? Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
I second.
I have a question. Does it change any of our dates as far as filing? Are you aware of any of that?
I second the motion.
Student trustee?
Aye.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, 6.3, that the Board of Trustees approves YCCD Resolution Number 2627.02, classify reduction in staff, authorizing a reduction in classified personnel and appropriate notice to affected staff. The resolution is attached to the July 8th agenda. Is there any public comment on this? Motion to approve?
Just a quick question. How is this going to impact the program?
The program hasn't had an increase in revenues, which is part of the issue. As salary and benefits go up, they've had to utilize those resources carefully. They have sufficient staffing and they have a good plan for moving forward.
Lisa, did you have something?
You were looking child development personnel direction, not Trevor direction. But I just want to make sure you understand the difference between CDTC and child development. That's
I understand. I just want to make sure that we heard from you and anyone else that this isn't going to impact the overall program.
not in the MJC child development
Perfect.
area. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Student trustee?
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. 6.4 is the governing board member election, YCD resolution number 2427.03 and 2627.04. That the Board of Trustees adopt resolutions calling for the general district election on November 3rd, 2026, and direct that these be filed with the respective agencies attached to the July 8th, 2026 agenda. YCC Resolution Number 252703, calling general election with Santa Clara County, and number 2, YCC Resolution 2627.04, calling general district election with Tuolumne County. Any public comment on this? Okay, we have a question.
This is where I met my question. Does this change any of our filing deadlines or any of that because of the boundaries being adjusted?
No, this one is when we did the order of election, when the board approved the order of election. So each county that we have an election with this year, they require certain language, so it's.
No, but it's after, we're already past July 6th, which was the,
No,
day, and this-
they are aware of the jurisdictional issue that we had, and they are awaiting this resolution, so they know that it's coming. We're good.
okay.
Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second? Trustee Davis, student trustee.
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, 6.5, that the Board of Trustees approves the employment contract for the interim executive vice president, Columbia College. And it's, I need to read this to everybody. Next item on the agenda is discussion and possible approval of an employment agreement for interim executive vice president of Columbia College, Patrick Betancourt. This full proposed employment agreement is available to the public now, but before we can take action on the proposed contract, I have to provide the following verbal summary of the compensation benefit terms of the proposed contract. Number 1, the employment agreement would be effective from July 1, 2026 through June 30th, 2027, with the potential for a 1-year extension. The interim executive vice president's salary will be $245,655, paid in 12 monthly installments. The interim executive vice president shall have 17 paid holidays with the same vacation and sick leave provided to other management team employees. The interim vice president shall receive health, dental, and vision insurance as provided to other leased employees. The interim executive vice president shall receive income protection insurance. The interim executive vice president shall receive a $50,000 life insurance policy. The interim vice president may receive a laptop, computer personnel, digital assistant, wireless email device, and cellular phone paid by the district at district expense. If the interim vice president is unilaterally terminated without cause in the agreement, he will receive $1 and have retreat rights back to his prior position. This concludes the summary of this employment agreement. We will now discuss and consider the approval. Before we do that, Interim Chancellor Chan, this was a change in how we structured this position. Maybe you could talk a little bit about that and why we're doing it.
Good evening, everyone. So looking at Columbia College right now, years ago, the college did have a consolidation where student services and instruction was under one umbrella. And given that the changes in leadership and a lot of here and there, how about that? So I think it's a great time for us to look at Columbia and say, how is this institution best moving forward? And instead of going out and do a straight recruitment, we really have 2 individuals that come into the college and not know all the history. So we really wanted to create an internal interim, and truly, I personally believe in grow our own. So we wanted to someone who knows the culture, who knows the district, who knows how the college works, but also understands student services and academic affairs or instruction. Therefore, we created one position, which we call the executive vice president, so that the Patrick could come in this case, to really take a look at Columbia College and how it is organized in terms of where the growth will go, what are the outstanding items that we need to address and continue growing. Therefore, we collapsed the 2 divisions together as we explore this new model for the interim.
President Wedring, anything else to add?
Thank you, Trustee Richards. I'll just add one thing. It's good practice, right? You hear during the course of your career a common complaint that we artificially separate instruction and student services. We're encouraged not to think of them as separate sides of the house. I think we're given a unique opportunity here at Columbia College, given its size, to do exactly that and have instruction and student services considered at the same time. We believe it's better for students.
Is there any comment from the public? I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Who was the second?
Leslie. Student trustee.
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Trustee Richards?
Yes.
Just for the record, and Trustee Hinton is now in the waiting room. If you'd like to go back to
Okay.
4.4 on page 8.
Okay, page 8. Okay, we're happy that Trustee Hinton, that the Board of Trustees approves governing board members' request for participation in the board meeting virtually, remotely, citing just cause, specifying the circumstance relating to the qualifying reason. Get a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Second?
Second?
Student trustee?
Aye.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Nancy, I have one question for you.
Hold on. Let us get her in the room. She
Okay.
doesn't come in until the board takes action. Trustee Hinton, if you can unmute yourself and share your video. Board President Richards has a question for you.
Is she there?
She's in the room, but she hasn't unmuted yet.
Hi, Nance. Just one question. Is there anyone over 18 in the room? Are you okay to participate?
Yes, there is, but she's eating dinner with dinner time here.
Okay, very good. Well, welcome to the meeting. Okay, now we're at the committee reports. Board Finance Committee, Trustee Garrett, anything?
Nothing to add.
Trustee Beggs, anything on board policy?
No, because we have not met.
Anything on Modesto Junior College Foundation?
No, because we have not met.
Dr. Davis, anything on the Columbia College Foundation?
We're meeting on July 15th at Columbia College. Just a reminder that the Donors Appreciation Dinner is scheduled for September 22nd.
Very good. Trustee Aguilar has told me there's nothing to report on the Association of Stanislaus County School Boards. Trustee Garrett, anything on the retirement board?
On the JPA board, no, nothing to add.
Okay, now we'll move on to association reports. First, we have the classified Senate activity reports. Columbia College Classified Senate, Glenn Mahaskey is here. Okay. Modesto Junior College, is Amanda here? Okay. Now we'll go down to Student Senate activities. Is H.O. Carrero here? No. How about Matthew entering? No. Okay. Columbia School Employees Association, Tracy Gilman. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. First, I'd like to say good evening, Board of Trustees and Dr. Tran, and congratulations to Patrick. I'm happy to report I'm back from Disneyland because I heard you missed me last month. Even though Mickey tried to recruit me, I told him no, I couldn't leave my favorite people behind. It's hard to believe that we're already in the 7th month of me being a CSEA president, and honestly, it feels that we've become besties now. I appreciate the relationship we've continued to build and the opportunity, appreciate the opportunity to stand before you each month. Now, I have to admit, it seems like every time I come to the podium, I'm asking for something or asking you to consider something, and tonight will be no different. As we all know, the state budget has passed, and it included a super COLA of 4.3%. Next week, both bargaining teams will be meeting in person to continue negotiations to discuss the super COLA and several other important items. I want you to know that our goal is to reach an agreement that allows us to use that COLA not only for our salary increase, but also to protect our health benefits for the remainder of our contract. We believe it's an important investment in the dedicated employees who serve our students every day. and we look forward to a productive conversations at the bargaining table. On another note, 5 members of our chapter will be attending the 100th anniversary of the CSEA conference in Las Vegas at the end of this month. We are excited to represent our chapter and celebrate the milestone in our union's history and bring back new ideas and resources to better serve our members. Before I close, I'd like to take a moment to recognize my executive board and my negotiations team and their commitment to the countless hours and unwavering support that make everything we accomplish possible. I truly do not do this job alone, and I am incredibly grateful for each and every one of them. Thank you for your partnership and your continued support.
Thank you very much. Now we'll turn to the academic senate reports. Columbia College, Professor Handel.
Good evening, everybody. Just a quick report. As you are probably already aware, we've been doing a lot of hiring at Columbia. And currently, at least on my list from the academic senate part, we're looking at the 2 dean positions, the CTE and Arts and Sciences, and we're trying to get those committee memberships filled up so we can start moving forward. And one more concerning the academic senate is the 1-year temporary biology position. And so we're just glad to get to this point. We've had so many hires, as you know, and with tonight's board action to hire the 2 faculty of wildland, fire, and automotive, it's down to these items I just listed. Just happy to have Rebecca Rogers, our Senate President-elect, and I had a meeting with Patrick this morning, a very productive meeting, and with a list of about this many things. And perhaps not enough time to cover everything thoroughly, but I was very happy to meet with Patrick and get to know him a little better. Before this meeting, I met with my colleagues, Op and Giselle, and I don't think they were thrilled that we stole Patrick, but gracious enough to understand we have to get the best that we can get. Faculty retreat, we continue to plan our 3 topics that we have for the retreat, our faculty connections, which includes an array of different things. For example, how can we do better to onboard part-time faculty and just different things like that. Equitable and educated use of AI. And universal design and considerations for in-person and online environments. And then a Q&A session with President Redwing and Vice President Betancourt. So we're looking forward to a pretty invigorating agenda. That's August 14th.
Thank you. That's the Junior College Academic Senate, Professor Flores.
Evening. In an effort to represent MJC faculty sentiment shared in Senate meetings, I would like to reiterate the importance of developing a chancellor search process that will allow us to move from interim to permanency. It would go a long way with faculty should the process align with past hiring practices for permanent chancellor positions that allowed for meaningful participation from all constituent groups. That's all of my report, but I would like to congratulate our EVIP. No, I didn't mess up those letters. He's our very important Patrick, and I'm really sad that he's going to be leaving MJC. I've known him since I was a student, so I'm excited for him, but really sad to not be working with him at MJC. I guess I'll forgive you, Patrick.
Thank you.
That concludes my report.
Okay, Leadership Team Advisory Council, Samantha here. Hello, welcome.
Good evening, board members, President Richards, and Chancellor Tran. Last month, I reported on our successful collaboration with HR to streamline and accelerate the recruitment process. And as a result, the selected candidate for the reprographics operator position began work on the Monday following the June board meeting. This earlier start date has provided valuable time for onboarding and training before the busy start of the fall semester. And given the success of this pilot recruitment effort, we would like to see this approach adopted as a standard hiring process moving forward in things other than faculty. I'll just put that caveat there. While we've not yet received a formal update, the leadership team positions identified in years 1 and 2 of the previous reclassification process are currently undergoing evaluation by an external consultant. We anticipate the results will be presented on the August board agenda with an effective date of July 1. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Yosemite Faculty Association, Professor One.
Good evening, Chancellor Tran, President Richards, and the Board of Trustees. I'm happy to report that YFA is experiencing a relatively quiet summer and that I've been able to enjoy a few short trips with my lovely wife, Courtney. Dawn knows her. She's taught at Moon School in Waterford for 24 years, where Dr. Davis once signed off on her job sharing with a colleague for 3 years. So thank you, Dawn. And I'm guessing, I don't know, should we name today Patrick Betancourt Day? Because I've got a little paragraph here myself. I'm also happy to hear that Patrick Betancourt has been hired as Columbia College's Executive Vice President. May he, along with President Red Wing, bring the vision, direction, and leadership that Columbia College needs. As much as I'll miss Patrick at MJC, I will have the good fortune of continuing to work with him at Columbia College. As for negotiations, I remain optimistic that the district and YFA can soon come to agreement on what I think are reasonable, equally beneficial proposals. With your support, we can begin finalizing the details as early as our next negotiation meeting, which is next Wednesday, July 15th. Then we can all move on to what matters most, providing quality education to our students. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we'll move on to 8.2, Interim Chancellor Tran, your report.
All right, good evening, everyone. I just have one item to share, and which is congratulations to MJC for the July 4th parade. I was there, we have a lot of fun, and the college earned first place for nonprofit categories. But it was hot, it was fun. Our trustee was there, a lot of folks there walking around. But I do want to do a shout out for 3 individuals that I believe did a lot of hard work. So it is the float designer and the team organizer, Ty Helton, and also Chelsea Gilmore and Judy Wagner. Without the 3, I don't think we have the flow. And this year we got bubbles, so it's really cool. Kids running up to it, and we look forward to another great event next year. But great job, MJC. It really was known, Brian. Good job.
Now, was the fix in because President Sanders was a judge?
Of course not, but it helped.
Was sure to judge non-MJC categories. Well, judging the musical acts, like the solo marching band that went by, that definitely got first place.
Yes. So thank you. Chad, Dr. Redwin, your turn.
Very good. Good evening, trustees, Chancellor Tran, district staff, colleagues, and community members. Thank you for the opportunity to provide what President Sanders and I have both agreed is a brief report this evening, under 3 pages. We got this. So if there is a theme to tonight's report, it is probably steady progress. For instance, if you will recall at the last board meeting at Columbia College, I shared a video about Sierra Forest Works, a critical strategic collaborative dedicated to advancing forest restoration, wildfire resilience, and sustainable workforce development. Sierra Forest Works includes Columbia College as a cornerstone partner that also includes federal and state land managers, industry leaders, additional educational partners, workforce agencies, philanthropy, and local government. Led by a deep commitment to proactive forest management in Tuolumne County, Sierra Forest Works, in collaboration with Columbia College, is building a scalable, durable workforce solution tied directly to on-the-ground forest resilience. Building upon a memo of understanding between the U.S. Forest Service and the American Loggers Council, the project is now advancing towards preparing the next generation of logging and forest management professionals. The good news is that in the last month, the Sierra Forest Works Curriculum Work Group, led by the college, has begun to formalize crucial curricular partners and industry recommendations. I'm also excited to share that the Soap Creek campsite has been secured for the project thanks to a large private donation. The facility includes instructional, kitchen, and living space. Soon, Sierra Forest Works will be organizing a tour of the site itself, over 100,000 acres in the Beardsley Dry Meadow area, If you were interested in the tour or a tour of the Soap Creek campsite, please contact me at your convenience. In addition to this opportunity for partnership, there's an additional multi-agency partnership developing at this time. We are looking to establish an aviation school at Columbia College. This program would offer a tuition-free public school with an early college model dedicated to preparing students for high-demand careers in aviation, aerospace, and advanced STEM fields. By blending rigorous academic standards with hands-on technical training at the AirTac base, the specialized early college will provide direct pathways to industry-recognized FAA certifications, college degrees, and careers in rapidly growing economic sectors that include applications as diverse as engineering, aviation mechanics, advanced manufacturing, flight control, and of course, piloting drones and aircraft. The aviation industry is facing a severe global workforce shortage. According to industry forecasts, the next 2 decades will require hundreds of thousands of new commercial pilots, maintenance technicians, aviation mechanics, and aerospace engineers. The Aviation School at Columbia College aims to provide a rigorous STEM-focused college prep education integrated within the fields of aviation and aerospace. More soon on this important initiative. In other news, our forestry and natural resources classes have had a wonderful experiential learning moment on rafts this summer, which I got to watch them all survive. That was great. And a quick shout out to the classified professionals who had a great retreat at Baker Station, a thoughtful day of refocus and recharge, reminding us of the potentials of High Sierra experiential learning. Ending on that note, several community education classes in July utilized Baker Station, including a July 10th class on wildflowers, July 11th class on the trees of the Sierra Nevadas, and a July 25th class my daughter and I are taking at Baker Station on the geology of gold in the Motherlode. There are additional August community educational opportunities at Baker Station and in Bear Valley. Finally, speaking of Bear Valley, on Friday, July 24th at the Big White Tent, the Bear Valley Music Festival features an all-American program that includes a work by Columbia College music professor Daniel Godsill. And on Sunday, August 2nd, the Columbia College Choir will join the Bear Valley Orchestra for the final matinee. This concludes my relatively brief report.
Brian, that will be brief.
Pretty good. All right, so if I can top that, with thanks to Dr. Tran for shortening my report by telling you all about the 4th of July parade. I would like to begin my report. Greetings, trustees and Chancellor Tran. The first thing, of course, is the kudos to Mr. Patrick Betancourt for his appointment. Patrick and I have worked closely together for 25 years or so, and his integrity, his intelligence, his warmth are going to be instrumental in helping Columbia College move forward. So congratulations, Patrick. I'd also like to welcome and introduce in the back row, Dr. Carol DeLilly, please wave. Our new Dean of the School of Health Professions. Dr. DeLilly earned her associate degree in nursing 40 years ago, she said, and has taught in and led nursing programs and other healthcare programs continuously since that time, with a wealth of experience. She's making her rounds and connecting with healthcare providers off campus and colleagues across campus. Soon she will visit the MJC nursing program at Columbia College and connect with colleagues there and visit our hospital partners in Sonora as well.
And I assume you'll be setting up a meeting with some trustees that would love to meet with her.
I thought you might want to meet with her as well. That's fine. I'd also like to congratulate, sitting next to her in the back row, Professor Patty Hall, who you just approved as being our next faculty director for the MJC nursing program. So thank you for stepping into that important role, Patty. On Monday afternoon this week, Dr. Schrader and I, Yolanda Perigo from campus facilities and our campus safety interim manager, Bonita Vides, toured the MJC East campus with members of the MJC SWAT team, or the Modesto SWAT team, Modesto Police Department. They provided insights and suggestions to improve safety on campus. They were enormously pleased to learn that our IT department, under Lucas's leadership, and our campus safety department have collaborated to outfit the campus with improved and increased camera services, which will allow for oversight of our campus operations. They are also pleased that our facilities master plan calls for electronic access controls and standardized door systems across campus, and they provided suggestions for stopgap measures in the meantime. To improve our students' ability to visualize, sign up for, and complete their programs, MJC recently submitted a very strong application for the Department of Labor Title III Strengthening Institutions Grant. The grant will be over $3 million over 5 years and will strengthen our capacity to provide employer-responsive programming and improve scheduling practices. So this is a great grant that's going to really help us at the fundamental level of doing our jobs better, getting students from beginning to end. And we should hear back on that in August. The MJC MESA program is also starting a new partnership with the Kaiser Permanente Medical Scholars Pathway to a comprehensive pre-med pipeline. It begins in fall 2026 with 6 other community colleges in working to increase the number of underrepresented students who pursue careers in medicine, and frankly, just to have more people pursuing medicine from our region. Last week, we celebrated the second cohort of English language learners completing a 2-course sequence to become CNAs. The first course is a vocabulary building language course with Professor Ruth Lumen, and their textbook is the 900-page CNA handbook of all of those Latin and English words and all that. The following term, they complete our CNA course, and this summer's cohort consisted of students from multiple countries, including several Afghan refugees. And at first, I was disappointed to see the small crowd in the audience to be participating compared to a nursing graduation. And then I realized, as refugees, their families are simply not here, and yet they're going at it alone and trying to strike out and take care of themselves. So that was really noble. So finally, I'd like to draw attention to 2 documents I provided to you in printed form. First of all, the latest issue of Crop Circles magazine. If you'd like to get copies of this, you just let me know. It was done by Professor Lori Marchi, Dean Troy Gravatt, and a dedicated group of ag students. It's really fantastic. So kudos to the School of Agriculture for this great, and it's truly a labor of love. And lastly, I'd like you to draw your attention to a 1-page infographic showing the incredible success of our student athletes, including high state rankings, with the men's program being #1 overall in California for the last year, 20 students transferring to Division I schools with over $4 million in scholarships, students carrying 15 units a term and averaging about 3.0 GPA. So this is amazing work by our athletic programs, and I hope you can join me in being extremely proud of our student athletes. Thank you.
Very good. Okay, 8.3, Associate Vice Chancellor Pritchard, if you'd go over the Chancellor search timeline.
Okay, so weird thing. All right, thank you, Trustee Richards. In collaboration with the Board of Trustees, Human Resources will be launching the search for permanent chancellor position. The board is committed to ensuring that the chancellor search is conducted in a manner that is equal employment opportunity, EEO compliant, inclusive, fair, and transparent. We are dedicated to providing all qualified candidates with an equitable opportunity to participate in the process while engaging our college communities and stakeholders in meaningful ways. The board recognizes the importance of selecting a chancellor who will provide visionary leadership and advance the district's mission of serving our students and communities. To support this goal, the search process will include opportunities for input from faculty, classified professionals, administrators, students, and community members, consistent with applicable laws and board policies. A detailed overview of the chancellor search process, including the anticipated timeline, opportunities for constituent participation, and updates, will be posted on the district's website by July 15th, 2026. The board encourages all interested members of our college communities to stay informed and participate as opportunities become available. We do look forward to conducting a thoughtful, inclusive, and transparent search that results in the selection of an outstanding chancellor to lead our district into the future. Please do not hesitate to reach out to Human Resources with any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on, 8.4, travel report is for your information only. Moving on to 9.1, requests for future board agenda items. And let's start off with Student Trustee Gonzalez.
I wanted to, let me find it. I'd like to request the board add an agenda item discussing how the college communicates the resources it provides. Oh, so sorry.
Okay.
There's a request for public comment.
That I know faculty would like to know about. When you say meaningful input, what does that look like?
That is participation in the interview process. We will have representatives from each constituency groups.
So on a committee,
You will be a constituent committee, yes.
okay. Who scores and votes and,
You'll score and you will put in your votes, yes.
okay. So is it the same process that has been done in the past? Or is this a new process?
It's the process that was done in the past that was developed for the board.
So the interim one?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a reason why a permanent search process has changed?
The reason is to have a meaningful recruitment process that incorporates the board's.
So it sounds like you're looking towards them. Is there a reason why it has changed?
We have one employee, and that's the chancellor. We decided this is the search process we're going to have. We voted on it. We've approved it. We will welcome your opportunity in the constituent groups.
I'm wondering if there is not a trust with the constituents to have the same process that we've had in the past.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. Sorry. We've established the process. We voted. We're moving on. We've noted your concern. Thank you.
And I agree that it should be a community-based search and with multiple layers of input that we've done in the past. So I'm not in favor of this process. I want it on the record.
I appreciate that.
I will definitely make sure I relay this message back to faculty.
Please do.
I can assure you that they will not be pleased.
Appreciate it. Okay, moving on to the travel report. As I said, that's for your information. Future board items. Request for future board items.
Yes, I'd like to request the board add an agenda item discussing how the college communicates the resources it provides. This is one of the topics I focused on my campaign, so it's really important to me.
If you would work with Graciela, the chancellor, and Trustee Stewart, that'd be great.
Sounds good.
Anything else?
No, that was it.
Anybody else have any future board items?
Dr. Tran, in a recent, one of your recent updates to us, you mentioned reaching out to NVIDIA and to discuss AI applications. Could you maybe in a future board meeting, maybe you give us like a little 30-second synopsis and then agendize it for the board to kind of get a better understanding of what we're trying to do there?
We're waiting for the official approval, but federal is slated to give us $2.5 million to explore and build out advanced manufacturing and semiconductor short-term training. And NVIDIA and Tesla would be two great partners. And we started the conversation also with the leading in advanced manufacturing and AI, which is Austin Community College. Therefore, we were waiting for that. But the idea is that we actually will visit NVIDIA, our cabinet, this coming, next Wednesday. And we can give more additional information.
Yeah, if there's some traction that you think's developing there, maybe we could hear about how.
Yeah, definitely, because we want to get all our partners together, look at it and say, what is the proposal? What does that look like? Because there's multiple layers from Fed, from state, and also knowing our faculty, looking at AI, ethical issue. And then when we go into the, Columbia, when I met with the community members on Monday, what are we doing to move the college forward? We're ready. We want to innovate. We want to move. So there are two sides to the stories, Trustee Davis, but we will, once we get more tight with the grant and the partnership and things roll out, and our team would love to do a thorough presentation also with our local in advanced manufacturing.
Great. Now we have comments from the board. Trustee Beggs, anything?
Not this week. Amazing, I know.
Trustee Gonzalez? Any comments?
No comments.
Trustee Garrett?
Well, I really enjoyed the 4th of July parade. It was hot, but not as hot as it could have been. It's been hotter in the past, but I enjoyed all the participation, all the work that's done behind the scenes. The float looked incredible, so it was amazing. And my final comments, Executive Vice President Betancourt, I had no idea the magnitude of the type of person. I mean, you and I have met, but I really look forward to the end of your canonization process and look forward to you being vilified and, you know, appreciated throughout the world. So I look forward to that. Congratulations.
Trustee Davis?
Yeah, just a few things. Regarding the chancellor search, you know, a decision of the board was made. You know, I was not in the majority of that decision, but once it's been made, then we move forward because it's a decision of the board. I would like to welcome Dr. DeLilly, is that how you say your name? Welcome to our district. Sure appreciate you being here. Dr. Betancourt, I know you'll be missed at MJC, but Chad, you're getting a heavy hitter, as they say in baseball. And just best wishes to you all on that move. The parade, yes, there were bubbles that came out of the float, out of the cannon, but they were filled with smoke, people. And when they bursted, I go, we're going to win. Not that I'm competitive, but.
Oh, no, he was like a cheerleader.
We're going to win because smoky bubbles. It was a lot of fun. And thank you for all the effort. Things like that just don't occur by themselves. Like you said, Dr. Tran, a lot of people involved. Just good work, everyone. Looking forward to, you know, a new session coming on soon. We've got students out there that I'm sure are looking forward, especially coming out of high school. What's that next experience going to be like for them? And I just appreciate all the effort that our folks do to welcome and onboarding and orienting students new to the district, and just really sense, hey, you're in college now, and this is going to be great. So thank you for all your efforts.
Trustee Hinton, any comments? Trustee Hinton? Okay, with that, the next regular meeting of the Board of Trustees will be held on Wednesday, August 12th, 2026, right here. This meeting is adjourned at 6:15.